All right, to recap, if you weren't here, so the first thing we learned is that if we're multiplying and the bases are the same, meaning these are both x, then all we got to do is add their exponents. Okay? If we are dividing, then all we do is subtract their exponents. Or I like the who one when we talked about over here, like x to the third over x squared. The x on the top has one more. Or here we had, in terms of x, the bottom had three more, so that means that our answer is just going to be x to the third. That's kind of canceling. Numbers deal with numbers. So 15 divided by 3 was 5, so that's where that came from. Okay. X's go with X's, Y's go with Y. One other little thing, and maybe we could write this up here. It's not really a rule, but when we have an exponent on the outside, that exponent goes to both things, and we'll turn it into more like 9x squared. Okay. So what are we going to learn new today? We had the adding, we have the subtracting, and now we're going to talk about powers to powers. Okay, see how this is a power and then it's raised to a power? Powers to powers multiply. So this is going to be A times B. And if you go to a math teacher and you say powers to powers, they'll probably say multiply. I almost would ask you to challenge, go to a math teacher and just say, what do powers to powers do? And they'll go, multiply. Okay, just curious if they would say. So, what is 5 to the second? I'm sorry? I think so. 5 to the second raised to the third. Yeah. 5 to the 6. Powers to powers multiply. X to the second, x to the third. X to the 6. 5, and then x to the 6 raised to the third. So that 3 is going to go to both. So it's going to be 5 to the third, depending on what the question wants. Maybe they want you to multiply that out. Most of the time, we're just going to leave it like that. X to the 6 raised to the third. Powers to powers multiply. What is 6 times 3? 18. This 2 is only grabbing what? The x. Some people want to make this 4 to the second. Why is it not 4 to the second? It's outside of the parentheses. So this is just going to be 4x to the 10th. And then we have a situation like this where there's multiple things going on. Okay. What we want to do is we want to take care of powers to powers first. We cannot cancel out here because this isn't really a 5. That's really a 15, right? So we have 4 to the third, x to the 15th over 8x to the 8th. And we don't leave it like this. We want to always simplify. Oh, that's a 6, isn't it? So 4 to the third. Anyone know what 4 to the third is? Yeah, Brody? It's not 12. We're not multiplying. It's not 48. 64. So really we have 64 x to the 15th over 8 x to the 6th. In terms of the numbers, we're dividing. 64 divided by 8. 8. Would that be on top or bottom? Top. X, which is winning, top or bottom for x? Top. By how much? No. 9. Remember, the numbers deal with the numbers, and once we're done with them, then we say, what are the x's doing? The x's, and I didn't really need this bar, but I could say over 1. I would not mark it wrong if you did that, but that wouldn't be a choice on the Quizzy. So the Quizzy today is going to have all 3 rules in it. If you go to Google Classroom, it should be sitting there. Okay. Is it there?